YouTube. Just thought I'd jump into Euro fishing because the Xbox version comes out soon and everyone's going to be looking for information on how to do something. So I thought I might just do like a quick basic how to cast the tutorial, because I suppose everyone's going to be throwing their bait in a tree and missing everything. But the fish that jumps out there. Anyway, so I've got my rod selected at the moment, which is you always start with a rod in your hand, so it's pretty simple. But all you have to do is just go to a bank, and it normally says on the bottom right hand corner that you're able to cast or not. So when you're casting on the PC, all you have to do is hold down the right mouse button, which puts me into the casting mode, and I can move the cast around, and I'll pull the mouse back to get into the casting position. And what I want to do, I want to throw my mouse forward and release the right button at the peak of the cast, and this will allow the lead to fly through the air. And while the lead's flying through the air, I'm able to put the rod to the left or to the right to adjust where it's going to land, and you can actually feather the weight down by holding the right mouse button to slow the lead down. So I'm going to try and cast now. Might mess up. Give it a go. You see I'm pulling to the right to slow it down, and I'm holding the right mouse button. And that's landed on gravel. Not a bad cast. So as well as being able to cast, you can select a clip, line clip. So you know it's 27 yards at the moment, so I can push T, and it means that every time I cast, I'm always going to cast back to the same spot. If I push T again, that will unselect it. So we can either now wait for a fish to come, or if I don't like where it is, I can start winding in by pressing the left mouse button. And you notice when I was winding back, it come up with different icons. It tells you what you're fishing over, so you have to use the correct rig. So if I was to push I at the moment to go into inventory, I can see that I have a gravel hook attached, and I'm using 2 bits of corn. Let's cast that again by holding the right mouse button, pulling the mouse back, looking where I want to aim. So where should we go? Let's just go straight down the middle, and then I'm going to push the mouse forward and release the mouse button at the top of the cast. As you can see, we're in silt at the moment, so if I was to push 1 on the keyboard, it's going to put the rod down. Sorted. Here we are now fishing. So if I push 2 on the keyboard, I now have my second rod. And on this one, I am going to just change a couple of my rigs around. I've got a silt rig on, and I'm going to use an 18mm boilie. Let's go with that. And again, I'm just going to walk to the edge of the bank, hold down the right mouse button. I'm going to cast to that fish I just showed. So I pull back, I cast to the top, and I release the mouse button at the top of the cast. So I went a bit too far then, so I was holding my right mouse button to slow it down, but then I can wind back slowly into a spot that I want to fish, and push 2 again to put the rod down. Right, so now it's just a case of a waiting game to see if the rod's going to roar off and we're going to catch a fish. A few other things we can do as well, if we was to go into the inventory again, or rod selection, which is tab on the PC, we can select what rod we want to pick up. So I'm going to pick up the spod rod. This is how we get the bait out. So what I want to do exactly the same thing again with casting, and I want to try and get it to land where the 1 is. It's quite a good cast. So now we're on that spot. I'm going to leave it there a little bit for the bait to come out, and if you watch carefully you can see that it starts to get cloudy where the bait's falling out. And I'm going to push T as well to line clip it. So every time I cast, I'm going to hit the same spot every single time to get more bait over it. I'll bring that in there. So if I do exactly the same thing again, aim at the one, pull back, release, hit the line clip, boom, same spot. Again, wait around about 10 to 15 seconds for all the bait to disappear. Then wind it back in again. Right, we've also got bait on the right. We can cast that one, but for tutorial purposes I'm just going to stick with rod 1. I also have with me today the float rod. And while we're waiting for the other rods to go, there's a little bit of float action. But with this one, because we're closed in, I can just push Q, which should change my cast to an underarm cast. And you pull back on the mass, get a little bit of a swing going, and release at the front. Exactly the same as casting. And now all we've got to do is wait for the float to go under. We have to strike, so we have to pull the rod back by pulling the mass down. Oh, there we go. Poor strike. I need to pull the fish out of the water as well. Maybe we don't have to pull that hard. But anyway, now we have the fish on, so we want to keep tension on the line. And I use my minus and plus on the keyboard to change the tension on the left hand side. So really, you want to get a happy medium where the fish ain't going to come off. And you've got enough pressure on the fish to keep it there. And keep it away from the weed. You might be able to net this one pretty quick. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to push E to get my net out. And you just use your W, A, S and D key to move the net around. And as you can see, we have a little baby tench. 14 ounce. To put the fish back, all you have to do is push spacebar. Right, and push 3 to put the rod down. And then, yeah, have a little walk around. There's not really much more you can do at the moment. You can push F to close your peg, which will bring all your rods in. E picks your rods up again, and you've got tab, which you can select your rods. Oh, 2's gone, so the alarm's going to go on 2, and then you push 2 to select that rod. And we'll start winding. We'll add some tension by pushing plus. Right, so now we've got the fish on. You can see the blue bar at the bottom, which is going up and down. So if I pull back, the tension is going to get stronger. And as I go back forward with the mass, I will wind to bring the line in. And I'll repeat this process until I get the fish in. You're also able to wind faster, so if I was to move the rod down and double tap, I'll wind even faster. You want to try and keep tension on the line all the time. The fish will wear out after a while. It's just a case of keep playing and playing until they get them in. If they do find weed, they can unhook themselves, so we have to keep them away from the lilies and the reed beds on the right hand side and left hand side. And all you have to do is move the rod to the left or to the right. As you can see, this fish doesn't want to come in. If you heard that other bleep then, that's a line bite. So at the moment there's fish around my other rod. So where we've baited up, they're obviously banging a line. I wonder how big it's going to be. Hopefully it'll be the lake record. Come on, fishy. Everybody wants to see you. Oh, here it comes. It's starting to come in now. So the fish is starting to tire, so you can wind to bring it in. Now we push E to get the net under and scoop it. And there you go. Our first caught. Look at that, 23 pound and 2 ounces and bum bud. This is a boss fish. So not only have we done the tutorial, we've actually managed to catch one of the boss fish in this lake. I'm absolutely amazed. And I'll show you what I actually used to catch that fish, which will help you to catch exactly the same fish. Let's put him back. Right, so what I had on that rod, if we push I to go into inventory, on this rod I had the silk rig, which was a size 4 IQD, and we was using the Activate 8 oily 8mm, and we was only fishing the middle of the lake on the right hand side. Still can't believe I caught that first try. It's amazing. But anyway, that kind of gives you some information on how to start the game. If you want to know anything else, just leave a comment down below and I will try to answer it. If this video gets a few likes and gets a nice response, then I'm going to start bringing out some more footage. I'd like to be able to give you tutorials on how to target certain boss fish, and yeah, the best way to bait up, how to approach fishing. Maybe we can take an approach of a real life situation maybe. Anyway, I hope you liked watching. If you could like and subscribe to my channel, that'd be perfect. Thanks for watching. Speak to you soon.